Are you publishing your audiobooks through the ACX platform and not really sure what keywords to use and where to use them? Then in today's video, we're going to discuss a little bit more about ACX audiobook publishing and the keywords you need to use. So stay tuned. This is Self-Publishing with Dale, and if you want to learn a little bit more about publishing books that sell and building an unstoppable author brand, make sure that you subscribe and turn your bell notifications to on so you don't miss a single video. Stick around to the end because we're going to be talking a little bit about ACX keywords, but I'm going to show you a way to really value stack when it comes to using keywords and one other option. Just as a review, we've been discussing the ACX platform over the past few videos, and there was actually an important question that one of the viewers brought up. Brian Mahoney said this: does ACX allow 7 keywords like Amazon? I called ACX customer service asking about keywords and got the runaround. How are your keywords working? The description? Do you have another video on the topic? Well, I've got a few videos here and there, and sometimes I drop a little bit of 411 when it comes to keywords. And ACX is really no different. So the first question I want to kind of address right out the rip, it's not like KDP. We don't get 7 keyword slots in ACX, but we can still utilize really good, high value and relevant keywords within our metadata. This includes the title, subtitle, series name, and most importantly, the description. As you may already know, keywords play an important part in the discoverability of your title, and any platform that relies on a search engine really lays heavily on relevancy. Now, just to make things easier, I'm going to leave a link to a video about how keywords work and their relevancy. Let's just make it super simple today. To build relevancy, we're focused more on sales. So the more sales that you have for a given title compared to the others that within that niche or using those keywords will be where you're placed on, say, first page or beyond. Now, let's not make mistakes about this one. The value of keywords changes from one type of product to the next. So the Kindle ebooks, the print books, and the audiobooks all have keywords that are relevant to those particular products. So you may have a keyword that just crushes it over on Kindle, but it may not do as well over on print book, or maybe you do kind of good over an audiobook. It's important to understand that these keywords are weighted differently based on the particular product. And what you'll notice right now is that keywords are going to pull up an insane amount of products when searched for, say, through Kindle books or even print books. But when you go to search for it on audiobook, more importantly on the Audible platform, the search results brings back far less. It's insane. You'll see tens of thousands of products brought up for one particular keyword, but then you go over to the Audible platform and you will be surprised to discover maybe a dozen, 2 dozen, maybe 3 dozen. It is pretty crazy because right now is quite the lucrative opportunity to break into the audiobook platform. So your keyword research is going to be similar to what you're utilizing over on the Amazon platform, in that we're going to use a little bit of auto-suggest. I don't usually bother with incognito mode because I just want to kind of get a good quick idea of what the customers are typically looking up on the Audible platform. Just as an example, what you do is type in your root keyword. So let's just say, for instance, mine is fitness, and I start to type in fitness and I wait for the auto suggest to populate and show me all of the different iterations and broad keyword matches that it has for my particular keyword. And then I'm going to nab each one of the keywords that I feel is relevant to my title. And I don't worry about figuring out, can I fit it into my description or not? Or can I fit it into my metadata or not? I'm just grabbing them and going. But how exactly do you implement keywords into your description anyway? I would highly recommend that you avoid copying and pasting your Amazon description for Audible, because there is going to be a lot of difference between, say, the audience for an ebook or a print book versus those that are consuming audiobooks. And most importantly, the weight of a particular keyword, again, is completely different on these two type of products versus audiobook. Utilize those weighted keywords inside your audiobook description. That way you really increase the likelihood of being brought up in the first page search when somebody's over on audible.com looking for your particular type of books. Now, I'm not telling you to scrap your other description altogether. All you're just going to want to do is take that one and figure out how you can organically work in the relevant keywords for Audible over into your book description. This is going to take a little bit of time. It's going to take a little bit of heartache, but I promise you it will be well worth it if you put the time in. I would further recommend that as soon as you're done, have a couple other eyes look over your description to make sure it makes sense. It isn't just a bunch of jumbled keywords and just stuffed into there so you're trying to game the Audible system. That's not the point of using keywords. You want to get it to where you're discoverable, and you're also further validating the customer's browsing experience, that they bring that up and they go, oh yeah, that's what I'm looking for, as opposed to using keywords and just stuffing them in there and hoping someone's going to discover you. That's not a good practice. Furthermore, big banana sticker to the person who actually can implement this before they publish any of the iterations of their books. So when you're going in and doing your research for your keywords and your niches, what you're going to want to do is get Amazon's keywords for, of course, your ebooks and your print books. But then also go over to Audible and pay attention to the keywords that you need to utilize within that ethos, because then you can hopefully implement that in your title, your subtitle, your series name possibly, and of course, your book description. I mentioned earlier in the video that there was going to be a way that you can value stack with keywords and one other thing, and it's actually category selection. In fact, I talked about it in this very next video where I shared 7 secrets hidden in plain sight on ACX. So I'm just going to go ahead and meet you on over at that next video. Audible has up to 200 categories. That's crazy, right? 200 categories on their platform.